Good evening, everybody. My name is Olga Nurzhanova. I'm happy to introduce you today to the new technique called neurographic. And we're going to start. If you would love to know how to quickly restore calm and balance even when you are under pressure, you are in the right place. So you can stop feeling stressed and worrying all about everything what's happening with you all the time to worry about it. We can stop talking too much and not knowing when to slow down. You can stop having difficulty sleeping and eating food that you know is not good for you. Then you can stop struggling to handle your feelings and instead know exactly what you need to do to feel calm and relaxed. If you are ready to learn the new information that could change your life, then can you please turn off any distractions, shut down all the phones, make sure to turn off iron or television, or just because it's going to be such important time for you and you will learn such important tool or technique that will help you to control stress at any time in your life in the future. Can you prepare your markers and your pencils, please, as well? And we can start. You are in the right place. If you need to know how to deal with your feelings of stress and be able to balance your daily activities, you are in the right place. If you need to be able to shift your mindset so you can recognize that only you can take control, you need to learn an effective mind expanding technique that will give you the peace of mind and you have been craving. Here what we will be learning today: how not keep stress inside of yourself, how to create positive changes by your own hands, and finally I will show you the 3 key steps that can help you to change your emotional state in just 15 minutes. Make sure you stay right to the end. As your journey to transform into harmony webinar, you will soon become very aware. I'm not telling you anything about you don't know already about yourself. No one knows you better than yourself in this entire world. And I would like to introduce myself first. So who I am? I'm a successful entrepreneur with experience of working with the people over 25 years. I'm the mother of 4 children, the owner of the hair and beauty salon. I have a wonderful family and happy and harmonious relationship with the people around me. But it's not always been like this. A year ago, I experienced a lot of stress associated with the business and finances, which harnessed my progress. For many years, I had extremely successful relationship with my mother. Stressful relationship with my mother, holding a grudge and couldn't let it go. I experienced the death of people close to me and found a way to deal with this incredible stress. So I know about stress from inside. I really understand the stress you are facing and know if it's possible for you to overcome. My passion is to help women cope with their stressful situation in any level of their life. Help women to spread wings and fly through life, which is a sense of security and freedom. I have the knowledge and experience to support you in the transition from where you are now to where you want to be. My passion is to help women to discover and understand the creative process of life and the role in it. How I become a neurographic instructor. A year ago, I met a completely new, incredibly simple and effective technique which changed my life completely. I have learned from the founder of this method his unique technique and teaching other people to successfully apply it in their lives. The special drawing technique helps to link out our consciousness with the subconscious by activating connections in between our brain cells, neurons. thus offering the key to infinite source of energy available through our brains. Now I would like you to be able to observe the information today, because it might be so important for you. Just please be open to even the strange things what you might hear today, and judge it after you will finish the webinar. Let me to introduce you first the guy who discovered that method. His name is Pavel Piskarev. He is Russian. About 3.5 to 4 years ago, he discovered the new method called neurographic, which contains the two words neuro and graphic. That means we're going to work on our brain, on our neurons, on our neural connections. And the other word graphic, we're going to work through the picture, through the graphic. We're going to draw our brain. What Pavel Piskarev says, I prefer to live realizing the infinite number of possibilities which provides us with genius resources of our big universe. This may sound strange, but the discovery of these resources connect to them and the devotional service of the talents and powers that the resources are open. This became the main strategy of my life. Pavel Piskarev, he is the director of University of Analytical Coaching, psychologist, coach, and business trainer. He is also a master of Reiki and architect, as well as martial arts coach. Combining all of his knowledge from different avenues such as philosophy, psychology, sociology, and spirituality, he created a new method, and he called that neurographic. Neurographic makes positive changes with your hands. It's a creative method of transformation of the world. You can draw everything. The lines of action, patterns, circumstances, trajectories of movement in time, graphical solutions for complex problems, communications, to draw and redraw, removing internal contents accumulated over the years, to create your own pattern, harmonizing it so that the universe will take it in action as instruction, and you will start to follow that instruction in your own life. Studying neurographics processes, you're going to change your life completely. You will be able to deal with the tasks. What is neural connections in our brain and how it looks like? This is the photography of the neural connections and neurons in our brain. Our brain has billions of the neurons, and they're all connected in between each other. Our brain has a function called neuroplasticity. That means the brain ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Neuroplasticity allows the neurons, nerve cells in the brain, to compensate the injury and diseases and to adjust their activities in response to new situations or to changes in their environment. That means through our pictures we will be able to build the new neural connections, and we will be able to create the new emotions, to create the new new activities. Like when we follow our emotions subconsciously, we do the new activities and the new movements in our life, and we choose the different roads, we choose the different patterns, we choose the different ways to do things, even the usual things. Let me coaching you. You will meet the resistance during this process, as tears, physical pain in your body. This is all part of the transformation process. That's okay. If you will feel that, that's okay. It will pass when you will finish the picture. It's absolutely safe for you, and it will release the blocks in your physical and mental body, the blocks of energy. And we must first understand what that's buried, what has been buried very deeply without ourselves, you know, within ourselves. During the day, you can draw in an unlimited number of times, but for security reason, it's better to draw about the same topic. We will pick up the topic, what's really bothering you today, what's really stressful for you, and we will work on that topic during the time of our webinar. I will show you the 3 simple steps how you can fix it. At the moment, I would like you to keep an eye on your feelings related to that particular topic what you're going to work. Let me just to tell you a little bit more about it. First of all, I want to say what people avoid dealing with their feelings. Our task is rather to meet and throw them out on a paper and fix it on a paper. Okay? The step number 1 will be to close your eyes and to think, take a few deep breaths, relax your body, and then think about your problem, the problem what you're going to work on. Feel your problem, weight remains in your body, take a few deep breaths, and draw it on a picture. Draw it on a picture, on a page. When constructing your image, make it sharp, include the sharp movements and edges. Avoid round, soft edges in your image as this silently attempt to avoid conflict. Now, I'm going to show you what that means. Okay, this is our page, and this is the place where we're going to work. I hope you prepared your paper, your markers and pencils. I would like you to take a deep breath, and when I will count 1, 2, 3, you will do these things. Don't do it right now, I just will show you what you need to do. I need to think about my problem. I need to lift it up with all the emotions related to that problem. How to pick up the topic? It could be only one word, the one word which will which will be kind of very serious for you. For example, if you're going to work on relationship, yeah, with your husband, you can just say husband or partner, and your subconscious mind will get through that word everything, emotions, situations, the image, even the smell, and everything else as well. This is how important to choose the topic only by one word, because once you start to give different words, I would like to work on the arguments today in the morning. It's kind of limited your situation. It is limiting your actual problem. All right. If you will say only in one word, you will give more chances to your subconscious mind to work and to get it much more fuller. Okay, let's go ahead then. Have a look first what I'm doing and then repeat it yourself. You need to think about the topic, and you need to breathe deeply and lift up all the emotions which related to that particular topic, subject. Then close your eyes. One, two, three, and it's done. Now, I would like you to do the same thing. Take a seat back, think about your problem, breathe deep, lift it up, the problem, feel it in your body, feel where it's stuck in the body, feel all the blocks in the body which is connected to, and just throw it on a page. 1, 2, 3. Stop. I won't advise you to do it more than 1 to 3 seconds because you might lift up too many emotions which you won't be able to deal at the beginning, because sometimes it's not that easy. Now I can see some lines, and what we're going to do, we're going to fix those lines into the right and round shapes. I would like to aware you first about some mistakes what you can make. I will explain you one thing. When the lines crossing each other, when the two lines crossing each other, it creates at least 4 different corners. What we need to do now, we need to make them round, like this. And then we need to fill the stuff inside, the space inside. Just like this. Make it nice and smooth. This is the proper way to do it. Sometimes at the beginning, when people they start to do it, they draw a round circle inside. They kind of rounding this way. It's not the right thing to do. Why? We used to have 4 different corners. Now we have 8 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Subconscious mind take the corner or angle as a problem, as a conflict. And what we're going to do, we're going to smooth any problems, smooth any sharpness and any corner in our page. But if you have it done this way, you created twice more sharp corners and twice more problems instead of fixing it. Okay, I hope it's clear for you now, and I hope you follow me. And now we're going to fix it on that page, what we throw away. This is our emotions related to our topic, what we're going to work now. What I'm doing, every corner where the lines crossing each other, I'm just smoothing. I do make it soft. Because our subconscious mind takes the circle as a symbol of harmony, we are fixing right now all the emotions relative to our heart situation. In our brain straight away, and I'm going to fill those spaces in between the figures with the color. Okay, we keep doing that all the time. When we're going through the lines, we're trying to make it nice and smooth, very, very soft. Every single figure. We're just smoothing inside. And I would like to keep an eye what's happening inside of your body at the moment. If there is a tension, if there is a pain anywhere, just mention it, just notice that, okay? You don't need to think during this moment about your problem anymore. Everything what you need to do, you just need to smooth the lines, smooth the sharp corners. All the corners inside of the figure and outside of the figure as well. For example, can you see this one here? Yeah, I'll just smooth it this way. It's kind of outside of the figure. Now there is no sharp corners anymore. Just a few more in my picture. I hope you're doing really well as well, and you're working with your sharpness too. You can do it nice and slowly to make sure what everything is nice and smooth. Because all the time when you smooth the corner, you work on the conflict which is possible in your life at the moment, what you would like to fix. Now I finished with the sharpness inside of the shape, outside of the shape, but I have a really kind of sharp corners here. Can you see them? Those things. What I'm doing, I'm filling them with the color, and now I'm going to bring them to the edge of the page, just like this. Going to bring it to the edge of that page. Also, can you see those two free ends? I do exactly the same thing with them as well, and I'll bring them just to the edge of my page. Okay, a few more things here. And also I will do the same thing with not the sharp but kind of rounded, but the kind of looking outside of my shape as well. I will do the same thing with them as well. I'll bring them out of my page, just here. Yeah. Now, this is my picture after I have done some of the neurographic work on it. It doesn't look for me as sharp anymore, and it looks very, very interesting right now. But it's still a problem, it's still my own, the figure of my own emotions and expressions. What I would like to do, I would like to dissolve it to make sure that it's not exist anymore. Actually, we'll do it the same thing with those two as well. Kind of straighten it away. And also I will do it with this one here. Even if it's inside, we can do the same thing. And I still have a 3 empty space outside of my figure. If I would like to get rid of my problem, get rid of my conflict, I will dissolve the figure completely. How to do it? I will just put an extra lines and extra shapes outside of the figure as well in empty field. Like here, for example. I can continue with the lines through my picture. I can do extra lines. What I will be really willing to do the lines which is kind of similar to the lines that are inside. And when I have lines crossing each other, I will do the same thing. I will rounding that sharp corner everywhere. And it comes here, I will round that corner and here as well. And I would like you to do that same thing. All the time when you do that kind of work, you work on any uncomfortable situation what might be happened related to your topic or what's happened already related to your problem, and rounding that sharpness, you are fixing the situation. This is it. Have a look at your picture now. Can you see where it was your problem? The ideal outcome of this picture, if you can't recognize where it was your actual problem. If you don't see it anymore, that means it's not exist anymore. I will put a few more lines here because for some reason I would like to get more. There is no problem at all. If you feel what you would like to have another few lines, you always can do that. Just kind of to balance the figures and elements on your picture, on the picture what you draw. The new shapes, the new lines with the lines what has been on the picture after the catharsis, after the emotional expression. Now, I think in my picture there is enough lines, and I don't even recognize Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Because that corner looks kind of empty for me compared to the rest of the picture. But I don't really recognize where it was my sharpness from the beginning, where it was my first figure. And I would like to have something like this here. Again, all the time when I cross the lines, we're going to smooth it and make it soft. This is how it looks at the moment. It looks much better for me, but it's still not complete. It was the step number 2 when we fixed the sharpness. And now I'm going to fill the shapes with the different colors. I actually bought the nice markers recently. I like how they fill in the shapes. They're kind of soft and they don't leave any lines, which is very, very important. I would like to use that yellow color, and I will fill with this color that particular shape. You can use the pencils, or you can use the markers, or you can use the highlighters for that type of work. Just make sure when you're filling the shape, it's nice and smooth. Make sure that you don't put any sharp angles to your picture. Just again, to avoid any future conflicts. You can fill with the color a few different shapes with the same color. That means that you kind of supporting the energy in a on the different levels, or maybe in a different situations you have a similarity. Because at the moment you don't know what comes out from your brain. It could be your emotional things, it could be your memory, it could be your stress, it could be your plans for the future. Because we actually don't have a code to know what our subconscious mind brings through it. Now, I would like to fill this shape as well with the same color. And I'm going to take a different color now. I still would like to have a yellow, but I'm going to take the yellow. This one is kind of orangey yellow, and I'm going to take the yellow. And have a look from the side what figures you would like to fill with the different color, and just apply it on exactly the same way how you have it done before. If you can see the big figures on your picture, you can fill it with the big figures. For example, for me, I can see that kind of circle here. And I would like to have that circle more visible. Again, because the circle, it's a figure of something of the harmony. And I would like to have more harmony in that situation or in that topic what I'm working on. Everything what is round, our subconscious mind take as a harmonized, as a harmony. The circle in our subconscious mind will be relative to the protection, to care, to love, to saint. To the sun, to the earth, and over the thousands of years in a human history, everybody, all the humans, all the people, they take the circle as they accept the circle as a harmony symbol. Now it's a little bit changed. Have a look at your picture. Have a look inside of you. What do you feel now? What difference do you feel now related to your topic? Related to the problem what you're working on? I can see this kind of a circle as well, and I would like to make it even more stronger. I would like to make it a bit more rounded, to go through all the picture. Something like this. You can do that, but when you do it, you always smoothing the connections in between the few lines. The same work what you have done already with the previous lines, but everything which is new, lines connected to each other, you smooth the connection again, because that means when the two people they meet each other, yeah, or the two figures they come together, they always have a conflict. It can be big or small, it can be serious or not. For example, you came to the party and you wear the blue dress with the pink flowers. It's perfect, but somebody else came in the same dress and with the same flowers, and there is a conflict, isn't it? Small or big, but there is some uncomfortable situation. Or a very simple thing, you can meet somebody and that person will say something what you don't like, or will forget to tell you how beautiful you look today. That can be attention, isn't it? And it's everywhere. It's on every single step in our life. It could be small or big, but to know this tool, you will be able to take control of it. I will tell you a few situations from my life when neurographic really helps me by the time when I will be coloring the picture. And you do the same thing. You can pick up the colors what you like, and you can feel the shapes. You can feel them completely, or you can feel them partly, as I do here. It's absolutely fine. I will tell you about a few situations what's happened in my life since I knew about the neurographic. When it's really changed the things, when it's really made a difference. My daughter, she finished the college this year, but before she started exams, she feels so stressed. And I just decided what I would like to help her, but how you can help. You just did the picture, and I draw the topic with everything will be good, everything will be nice, and you don't need to worry about it. And I put that picture into a frame, and I put the picture into her bedroom. She passed the exams, and she told me during the exam, she said, "Mom, for some reason, I'm not feeling stressed anymore. Even when I've done the exams, I don't feel as stressed as before. And the pictures works, but it works even more. She did the exams, she got the results, and results, thanks God, came really, really well, and she got the job. Because it has been coded in my picture as well. Because when I did the picture, I did it not just for the results, not just for the stress. I did it for the reason, for the future, to see her successful in her work, to get the work for her as well. And this is how it works. Sometimes the pictures, they do a really magic work, especially if you do it on a very serious topic, which is really, really affecting your emotions, what is really affecting your feelings, what is really affecting your life. That means what you collected plenty of energy inside of your body, you throw that energy on a page, you fix it on the page with the markers, and then it has a mirror reflection back into your brain. And when it comes back into your brain fixed, it's built the new neural connections in our brain. That method called neuroplasticity. This is what you do, and this is what kind of result you might have. I would like to fill a bit more shapes with the different colors. What else you can do with the neurographic technique? You can do actually everything. You can work with the neurographic on every aspect of your life. I have done picture for my son to get him to feel better when he was sick. He's living not at home anymore, he's living by himself, and he got sick. He got some cold after the Christmas time, and I did a picture for him, and he put that on a wall in his new apartment or new house where he lived with his friends. And 3 weeks later, he called me and he said, "Mom, I'm not smoking anymore." He stopped smoking. He tried to stop smoking 5 years, and it didn't work for him. But even now, since January this year, he's not smoking anymore. I'm so happy of it. That kind of effect, I didn't expect it. I thought maybe it will have some different type of effect just on his health, but it did work this way. Probably because of the energy accumulated inside of himself was enough, and my little picture, my wish, just gave that teeny tiny bit support for my boy, and he was able to do the big decision and to have a really right decision, to make the right decision in his life, and to be able to go through it even physically as well. This is how powerful it can be, the neurographic. That method has been developed about 3-4 years ago. It's still very new. In those 4 years, thousands of people knew about the neurographic now, but mostly Russian-speaking people. And I'm one of the first few people who is bringing to the English-speaking world. I apologize for my English, but that's as much as I can. I will try to improve it all the time. But I think it's more important to know how to do it and to do it than to worry about the stuff what will slow down you in that process. As I mentioned before, my goal to help the other women as well to the creative part of their life, to achieve the things what they really what's the word in English, what they really needed, what they really need to express themselves through, and that creative part of their life will change their life completely. Now I would like to put a little bit more color into my picture. I would like to hear back how it works for you. How are you getting on? Maybe I will use a little bit of blue here. The good thing about the neurographic, you don't need to analyze why I'm going to put that color in here, why I'm going to do this shape here. It just comes subconsciously from your mind, and your subconscious mind knows it's much, much better than if you will go through the conscious mind. Now it looks kind of good for me. It looks much better for me. Again, when you do the picture, just concentrate on the feelings. Don't think, but concentrate on the feelings, what's happening in the body. What do you feel? Do you feel it on a physical level? Do you feel it on an emotional level? As I said before, it might bring the tears, it might bring the thoughts, oh, what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. That means it's rejection, and it's a normal part of this particular process, because nobody wants to change. You're trying to make changes to your brain and to your life, but it doesn't mean what your body will be happy to do the changes. Your body wants to keep going on the same track as before. But now you do that plastic surgery on your brain, and you make, with your hands, you made them to change into the different way, into the better way. Now I look at my picture, I'm quite happy with the colors, and I think related to the topic what I picked up, how do I feel? And I do feel happy. I have that feeling what I'm sure now what it's possible to do the things what I want to do, what I thought about at the beginning, and I don't see anything what can stop me on my way to my goal. I hope you have the same feelings or something similar after you have drawn the picture when you feel it with the colors. When you feel it with the colors, you feel different, isn't it? You're kind of more excited. Those 3 steps, they're very, very important. If you decided to draw the neurographic, you need to go at least through those 3 steps. If you completed those 3 steps, you can relax, and that's it. You can fix the situation in the 10-15 minutes when you know how to do it. You can do it on a small format and any type of paper with the just simple pen or simple pencil if you need to do it immediately, and it's going to help you a lot. I probably would like to do a teeny tiny bit more of that orange color probably here, yellow, orangey. Every color contains the energy and different energy. And more you learn neurographic, more you know about that type of energy, how to use it, how to change it the way you would like to change, the way you would like to that situation to be. And there is much more things to learn in a neurographic, but those three first steps, they're most important. And if you think what you won't be able to complete them, to finish them, you better don't start. Why? Because when you do the neurographic, you kind of give you given the to your brain, you're given the command to work on a process. But if you not continue, if you stop working halfway, your brain take it, I can trick her. I am stronger than her, and I don't want to change, and she can do nothing about it. You know, you will do much more worse for yourself if you're not completing the job what you started to do. I think I'm going to stop doing my picture on that particular stage, and I will tell you a little bit more about the neurographic itself. We will go again through the processes. I will connect you to the screen. And I will repeat those three steps for you again. Step 1, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and relax your body. Think about your problem, feel your problem, where it remains in the body. Take a few deep breaths, draw it on a page. When constructing your image, make it sharp, include the sharp movements and edges. Avoid round, soft edges in your image as they sign of an attempt to avoid the conflict. This is when you do catharsis. This is when you throw emotions into the page, right? First of you must identify a topic and issue with which you wish to work. In neurographic, a word is simply enough to identify a topic. For example, the word mother. When we think of that word, we engage all of our neurosens, and the word acts like a key to allow us to access our senses. Don't limit yourself with lots of words. Just give yourself a very simple and work on it. Don't concentrate too much on the problem itself. Just if you would like to get the good outcome, try to concentrate on the good outcome when you pick up the subject, when you pick up the topic for your picture. You can draw anything you wish, and you can fix it on your page just in a few minutes. Now, the step number 2. The step number 2, it's just when you round in the shapes, when you round in the sharpness on the page, on the picture, sharp corners on the picture. Now you can see lines that are crossing each other in many spots. Linking lines smoothly. Round in the corners to create a smooth transition. This is step number 2. Step number 3. You can fill it with the color. The colors contains the different emotions, and it lifts up the picture. It's in your subconscious mind. It says, okay, there is no problem exist anymore. There is a lovely outcome of that problem, and this is really important results at the end of that particular work. You can do it anytime, at any place. You can do it just with a simple pen or simple pencil, what you have on a small little piece of paper, and it will help you through your life to get rid of the stress in just a few minutes. Have a look at your image from the distance and ask yourself how you feel about this issue that you wanted to picture to portray. Pay attention to your body and how you feel regarding the stress or the issue right now. This is the magic of neurographic. I just will show you that little video just to remind you again what to do. Could you give a favor to your friend who doesn't get this free webinar and tips? Tell them to sign to my Facebook page, Neuro Art Studio. Then I will send them a link to register for free webinar. We will have the free webinars again. And we probably will, next one, we probably will do on a different subject, different topic. But I would like you to know what I'm running the classes as well. And I'm teaching the proper neurographic technique from step 1 to the last step. And if you would like to attend that class, that course, you can just send me an email and I will be able to register you for the program then. Thank you for your time that I hope you will spend together productively. Now you see for yourself the extent of this method. Maybe you have a higher purpose, but you just don't know how to get there, and the neurographic will be able to help you to get there nicely and softly and harmonize any conflicts on your way. So now you want to change something in your current state. You want to build that desired new reality that you dream about. Neurographic will help with that as well. There is a way to, there is an algorithm to reach your dream as well and get into that closer and faster into your dream, make it into reality. With the help of neurographic method, you can successfully transition from procrastination to an active reality where you take action. That's another really powerful effect of neurographic. When you start to work on your procrastinations, you actually can accumulate the energy which will be able to bring you from the way where you are now to the way where you would like to be. What dream or vision do you want to turn into reality? If you have that kind of dream or vision, you can just contact me and I will teach you how to do it properly. Remember, you get the most power when you paint your own picture, when you do your own life. Why neurographic is so powerful and so effective? Because the way you work on the picture, you work on your own situation, on your own emotions, on your own conflicts. You basically work on your own lives and you change your life through the picture, through the neural lines into the more happier, more effective, more colorful future. If you wish to learn more about the technique, I would be happy to share my knowledge with you in my 4 weeks program. You can also avail the personal training sessions that is one-to-one for the duration of 12 weeks, where we will work together towards your new reality. If you would like to discuss with me your own strategy plan, just click on the link and schedule a free Skype call with me. I will send you a link on through the email. Again, if you have any questions, just give me a shout. Just send me the questions in a chat box and I will be happy to answer it. I hope you finished with your picture at the moment and I hope you like it. Just send me a few words if you're ready. If you don't have questions, I will finish our webinar now then, and hopefully to see you soon. I hope you enjoyed the few minutes with us together. Thank you very much.